Hello everybody and welcome to my space stories. This week marks the 20th anniversary of the International Space Station being continuously manned and rotating around our planet. So what better way to celebrate this event by taking a picture of the ISS. I will, of course, provide all the links to the software that I used in the description. Every piece of software that is necessary to know when the ISS will be overhead is completely online, so you don't even have to install any software or anything. And what I did this morning at around 6 a.m. Was I looked for a specific time when the ISS passed exactly over or across the moon. So what you see here is a picture that I took with my secondary camera, with my small Olympus camera, and the streak that you see passing through this image is the ISS, and the big bright spot in the middle is the moon. So in that instance, the ISS passed exactly across the moon. And I tried to capture this with my other camera and with my new telescope. And this is the result. So in this case, the ISS was still illuminated by the sun. That's that small smudge here. And one more thing, you really have to be quite precise with where you position yourself, because the ISS is quite small, and so the angle that the ISS will pass across the moon will be quite small. But again, the software that I will link to in the description, namely the website ISStransit.com, is very precise. And it gives you all the ISS transits for the moon and for the sun for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And when you check that website 1 day or 6 hours before the actual transit, the transit times are very exact. So the predicted transit times from the website were spot on to the second. The ISS in this instance passed the moon within half a second, and so I had to use my DSLR, and I wanted to make pictures. I didn't want to make a video, so I wanted to make pictures with a higher resolution, and I had to get quite a large or quite a fast shutter speed, so to say. I was using 1600 ISO at 1/1600th of a second exposure time. And that was enough to expose the moon correctly and to show the ISS. So this is the very next frame. And the next frame. So what you also see, unfortunately, is that this image is not perfectly in focus, and I'm really bummed out about this. Unfortunately, somehow when I set up the telescope, I of course checked the focus and it was all perfect, and then I had to reposition the telescope again just before the ISS passed, and somehow I must have lost focus there. Yeah, this is really kind of a bummer. You can kind of make out the structure of the ISS because it had a very large surface area from where I was looking at it. So it was all perfect, but I messed up this one teeny tiny bit. So yeah, this was really kind of a bummer, really. But yeah, it was still a great experience. But the one or the three advices that I can give you right now from the very first time I I took a picture of the ISS through a telescope is to really know your gear. I really shouldn't have made this the very first time I used that telescope with the camera. Also, again, check focus. The ISS is passing across the moon quite fast, but you can see it rising a few minutes before it actually passes the moon, when the moon is right over your head, which it was this morning for me. So I actually could have had enough time to check focus again, but I didn't, because I was enjoying the moment, so to speak. And that's really the main thing. It's enjoying the moment, actually watching the ISS pass across the sky and realizing that this football field large man-made object 400 kilometers away is flying over you at this moment with 3 people on board right now. And yeah, that's the main thing, to just enjoy it, be amazed by what humanity can do. And yeah, so that's it. Short video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all a happy weekend. Stay healthy and see you next time. Bye.